Hey guys, Zoroarrkk here, today I'm bringing you guys another video, and this video is going to be probably really weird for you guys purely because everything's going to be sounding wrong, going wrong, everything. Basically, it's the day after the game's jam, it's the 29th, Sunday, and I've only had like 16 hours sleep in the last 70 hours or something like that, and you know, there's loads of other things, so I'm tired, I'm shattered, I'm exhausted. Mentally drained, physically drained, and yeah, it's going to be really fun for you guys to watch this video, because if you can get past my extremely deep voice at the moment, I'm not probably going to make sense at all. So anyway, for you guys that don't actually know what the Games Jam was, you didn't pay attention to my previous videos where I was explaining it, or didn't tune into the stream, the Games Jam is a 48-hour continuous event where you get given a mystery theme and you have to make a game from scratch, in groups, solo, and it can be a board game, card game, 3D game, 2D game, any genre, as long as it links in with the theme. It could be whatever you want, whatever you think. Unfortunately, my college couldn't participate, well, most of our college couldn't participate in the official one, which was last weekend, the 22nd, I think, because we were too young. You have to be 18 this year, and most of our classes were 16, 17. No, I'm 16, so we couldn't participate in this one, but because we got promised to do it and it's part of work experience, our college decided to make one for ourselves, in which obviously happened this week, from Thursday the 26th to Saturday the 28th, 5 till 5. So the theme that we got given was greed. You can see we've got the game here, Need for Greed. Bit of a pun, because this is a very it's a platformer. It hasn't got any times or anything like that, but it's a platformer, and the story behind it will support the name. Unfortunately, we couldn't do any cutscenes or anything like that because we didn't get time. We had to work right until basically the last minute, and there was still some bugs in this, as you will see. But the story behind this was basically that someone blew up a bank, and they were now like getting all the money from what had like exploded, basically. So hence the platform a bit. So that's where the whole need for speed pun came into it, is because you're obviously running away. So a lot of this I'm going to be quiet for like 5-10 seconds so you can hear the sounds, because there's a lot of sounds in this, and then you will continue with the game, and I'll explain basically everything that we did in this. And also there's going to be a tutorial that I'm probably going to record right after this that will go up at some point this week, for some of the code in this, because I know our group, well, not our group, my class struggles with this code, and for people around my age, people that are novice, and even I don't know whether experienced people will need it or not, but if you're starting out and you're wanting to make a game, it's quite an essential code for most games. Of the two games that I've made, I've needed the code, so it will be hopefully something that you guys will be needing. So I go on to the main menu here, Need for Greed, click continue, and you should be able to hear some bass coming in here. So I'm just going to let this ride out for a little bit. So we decided to put some vaporwave in this. This is royalty-free vaporwave. We've got everything off Freestyle except from this, which I've got off YouTube, so I'll make sure I'll put the link down in the description so you can go and check this out if you're a fan of vaporwave. But we decided to put vaporwave in the main menu just because it makes sense, and also as a bit of a meme. So moving into the level, when it loads, please load. So you can hear all the sounds here. So you got obviously the back end sounds, which is very Mirror's Edge-esque. I heard it and I was like, yeah, this really suits the game that we're making. You also got the sirens because obviously you've blown up a bank, and there's also a helicopter that comes in on delay. So both the sirens and the helicopter coming on delay, and it'll be looping. It also have this sound, which I hope you guys can hear. But we basically did like a little like frog jump. We found that. And decided to put that in. So the pickups have different values. The smaller coins have 1 value. The big coins have 2 value. The money bags have 5 value. You can fall through some of the services, so always follow your greed. I'll explain what that means in a second because we wanted to make it even more punny. And your goal is to obtain 35 coins in order to pass the level. So you can see we've got this weird texture that one of our guys made, the level designer made. We don't know what it actually supposed to be, but we think it looks a bit like a road, which makes sense. So you've got these small coins here. You've got floating dollars because, yeah. And this is what it was on about the platform. So you can see obviously you've got the coins and the money bags and everything on there. And if I jump on these, or miss because I'm really tired, so let me just skip past this. If I jump on this, you can see it's hollow. Not hollow. It's you can actually stand on it. I don't know what the word is. What I'm looking for. But if I decide, oh, I want to go on this platform, you can't. It's not actual hollows. No, it is actually hollow. Oh, words. So the follow your greed basically just means follow the money. Because we wanted to keep the pun alive. And you gotta get 35 coins. Now, we made it hard, but we made it easy at the same time. We made it so you can progress if you want. If we had more time and we were more experienced and a bit more focused, because we weren't focused for all of it, I probably would have made like a little bit of an Easter egg for if you did do get every coin, because you don't need to. This bottom coin here in view, you physically cannot get that without dying. It's too low, hence why you got this coin up top here. And to get 35 coins, you can go across this easier route, as you can see here, and you got 2 big coins, which obviously 2 value, so you get your 35 coins. Or if we go backwards, you can try and take the harder route. Now this is obviously where I would have put the Easter egg if we did this, but we didn't get time. And you got this spinning platform of platformage, which is basically a monstrosity and throws you everywhere. So it's stupidly hard to do, and I'm probably going to fail here, but we're going to try it. And there is 15. Right, so I got 10. I didn't get the first one, but I got 2 of them. So it is stupidly hard. You can get a maximum of 50 coins in this level. But obviously you only need 35 to get through. This block for some reason glitches when you're on it. We have no idea why. And then we move into this area here, which is like a teleporter to the second level. You can hear in this one just some calming music. This level really didn't make sense and was very rushed. It's like a deserty level, and with how we, you know, our story, it really didn't make sense. We were tired at this point. We just wanted to get something done. I need to cough, so be right back a second. Yeah, at this point we just wanted to finish the game up and have a second level, so we didn't really think too much about it. Otherwise this level didn't really make sense at all with the theme, and also there's just not really much to it. It's not really tested, etc, etc. So again, the pickups have same values, small coins 1, big coins 2, money bags 5, and you must have 10 coins in order to complete the level. Something the guy missed was that you actually have to jump onto that white thing just down there on the shroom to actually finish the level. So if we go down here, I think there's a maximum of 17 coins on this level. It might be 16 coins, I think it's 16. But obviously, like I said, you only need 10 to actually beat the game. And so you only got these platforms here. I believe somewhere down there you can actually walk for a bit, but there's nothing down there. Then you just jump into here, and this is where the game ends. got this nice riff again from Free Sound. So and you can see it made by Drew, Eunice, Cameron, and Liam. Liam being me. Congratulations on completing this game. Game Show 2017. Press escape to leave the game. And there you go. So that is Need for Greed. That is what we came up with in 48 hours after 4 months of experience and a lot of laziness. Honestly, if we were a team that decided to actually do a lot of stuff throughout the day, I mean, the first night, I think 2 groups worked their asses off during the night and every other group didn't. But 2 groups really did. If we were like part of those 2 groups and had like there was 3 groups, obviously, I mean that game would have been a lot more fleshed out, a lot better. But for 48 hours, for 4 hours experience, 4 months of experience, it's not too bad. It's playable. It's probably not Steam greenlightable, but whatever. I will have a link down in the description if I remember and if I work out how, where you can download this game off my basically my portfolio website if you guys want to have a look at that and cringe. I basically have to use that to get marked. So it's got all like reflections of the work I've been doing and bad screenshots and whatnot. So I might put this up so you can go play the game if you want to, challenge yourself, etc, etc. So if we go into the actual RAR file, you have the exe and the data. You need both of these for it to run, but obviously the exe is what makes the game actually run, and I believe it will be probably around 100 meg, no 43 meg, so it's not going to take too much space, whereas the actual files of Unity is around about 900 meg. So anyway guys, this has been Zoroarrkk. If you guys did enjoy, leave a like down below, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out everybody.